Let's go through the players from FIFA09 who had the highest potential. Let's see how they did. So starting off, Lionel Messi was top with a 95 potential rating. That is absolutely, it's spot on. They've done a good call there. He's obviously gone on to have probably the most decorated career of all time, and he is Lionel Messi. Good call. So second up, we've got Jose Baxter. 92 rated. I can remember the hype around that guy. But, it's fair to say he did not live up to that at all. Maybe the worst one of the list. I'm sure he ended up retiring or playing in non-league when he was about 25, so we'll say that's a failure. Next up, we got Pato. I don't care what people say. He literally, he had a bit of a career, didn't he? Let's be honest. He did have a time where he was absolutely on top of the world. Yeah, he didn't have the longevity. He ended up really dropping like a fucking stone. But I'd say semi he had a good career. Bojan, people will say that he failed, but did he? He played for Stoke, who is the best team in the world. But as much as he had an half-decent career, I think he went to Roma as well. He obviously had a little bit of time at Stoke in the Prem, but then he did drop off. So, that's another failure, let's be honest. Johan Gorkov, again, he was the new Zidane. Didn't quite live up to it. Again, another failure from EA Sports. Cesc Fabregas, the next person on the list after Messi, who actually fulfilled his promise. He had an absolutely fantastic career, won everything, played for a load of big clubs. Can't complain at that. Good call. Kerrison, say less. Do you even know who he is? Neither do I. Karim Benzema, 91 rated potential. They probably underrated him, to be fair. But another one who absolutely fulfilled his promise. He's gone down as one of the greatest players, strikers of all time, definitely. Ballon d'Or winner. What more can you say? Hatem Ben Arfa, again, he had a half and half career, didn't he? He had times when he was on top of the world. He was absolutely shining. But for a rating of 91, probably didn't live up to that, let's be fair. Again, I'd put Douglas Costa in that same boat. He had good times at Bayern. He was decent. He did have a couple of seasons where he did kind of live up. I'd put him in like the Pato category. Had times where he definitely showed what he was about, but probably didn't quite live up to it. Jack Wilshere, this one is through really no fault of his own. Wilshere was absolutely sensational, man. He's one of England's biggest lost talents. He was so good. But again, injuries, I know it wasn't his fault, but injuries did stop him from fulfilling that. Felipe Coutinho, he had a good career, man. Obviously had the great times at Liverpool, and then when he moved to Barca, underwhelming. But he wasn't terrible. He played a bit. But for a potential rating of 90, I think he probably hit that level at some stages of his career. Moving on to Toni Kroos. Again, massively underrated. they've got it spot on that he was one of the big boys, because Toni Kroos definitely goes down as one of the best midfielders of all time. Breno, I half remember him. I half remember when he was big news. Let's be honest, didn't cut it. Samir Nasri, a great career. I think he's he didn't fully fulfill his promise, but I think he did a good enough job to say that he had a good career. Sergio Aguero, again, another good call from EA. I do think they underrated him at just the 90, though. In some people's eyes, he could arguably be the greatest striker in Premier League history. A lot of stats do back that up. I'm not saying that myself, but he is definitely in the conversation. And then we finish off with Arda Turan again. Atletico, Barcelona. Maybe didn't quite cut it at this level at Barcelona, but again, had a really good career. If you want to go through players after FIFA09, boys, we'll do FIFA 10 next. Let me know in the comments.